Hi everyone, this is Dan with Ink Gaming. Welcome back to Battletech. This is Season 1, Episode 25, and we rejoin EG's Marauders back orbiting over Weldry. We were successful at progressing the main storyline in the last episode. We broke into the prison with Lady Argo, and we managed to succeed and took the planet. So the planet is now owned by the Argo Restoration versus the Dictatorate or whatever that was. We, in addition, were given command of the Argo. The Argo is a dropship that we had originally been sent to sort of pillage or rescue and try and repair from pirates. And it's a big deal for us because this is a dropship that looks awful and is in bad repair, but it is upgradable. So it's going to suck money and time, but we're going to be able to improve it in ways that will assist us in our endeavors. So, a couple things real quick that we'll need to go over at the beginning of the episode because of those changes. Number one, obviously, it looks different than our old Leopard dropship. Two, it actually starts off with better mech tech, so the ability to refit and repair mechs, and better medical, so the ability to heal or recuperate mech warrior pilots. So those are higher than the old Leopard dropship, which is good because things will take less time. Secondarily, we'll go into engineering in just a little bit, but we'll just sort of progressively go down some of this stuff. So first off, normally you know how we check the store when we hit a system. And when we first got to Weldry per a mission, there was like 3 AC-20s on sale that had plus or plus. There was an LRM-5. We bought one of the AC-20s, and then we went and did the mission. Well, unfortunately, I guess either arriving at a system changes the store, or the fact that in this case that we changed who owned the system changed the store. So the store in our case now doesn't have the stuff we saw before. There is an AC-20 that's a plus. We could buy it. By the way, the discount is great. When we were shopping at the store last time, it was actually costing us 50% more than normal because they hate us, the Dictatorate. But here we're getting a little discount now, so that's a significant difference. So we could buy this. Plus isn't bad. We also have a large laser plus, which is +1 accuracy, and a large laser plus, which is 1 accuracy and 5 damage. I am tempted to buy the plus. It is 190 grand. So my issue is that with the changes they made to medium lasers were the best, let's say, bang for your buck. The damage for the tonnage is really what I mean. They do 25 damage for 1 ton. 1 ton space is not so much of a concern. But the 1 ton thing is a big deal, especially when you're not talking, assaults or heavies. You're talking mediums or lights. Large lasers take 5 tons. And so while their damage is not even, this is +5. So the normal one's 40. So their damage isn't even double a medium laser. Their heat is only incrementally up. I think it's 18 versus 14. So even with the plus, damage still isn't double, and yet we're taking 4 times the tonnage. So I just can't justify putting large lasers on medium mechs, really. Even with this extended range of them comparatively, I can't justify it. I really can't. It's doesn't make sense to me at all. Now, when we get into heavies and assaults, if we have the spare tonnage and we're looking, we're limited by hard points and we're looking to cram the most damaging weapon we can, and it doesn't really matter to us maybe how heavy it is, that'll be a different story. Maybe I would need it then. But for right now, I don't know that I'm willing to blow the 190K. Now I'm probably being a little bit too conservative. But let me explain why I'm being conservative beyond my own nature. So let's skip on down to it, which is ship upgrades on the Argo. This is new, right? This is what we were talking about, the ability to upgrade the Argo. So what you're going to see is it's split up into systems and support, combat and deployment, personnel, and medical. Apparently, we can only work on one thing at one time. So we're just going to have to slowly. In addition to only being able to work on one thing at one time, some are dependent on others. So here's an example. If we want to create a second mech bay, which of course we do, we want to be able to have like 12 mechs ready to go at once, even though we can only bring 4 on a mission. You can see here that it's going to cost us $900,000. It's going to increase, I think, our monthly costs of $25K, so that's not great. And it's going to take 20 days. However, it's going to give us another mech bay, which will be great, so we'll have more mechs at the ready. And it's going to increase our mech tech, which will help us refit and repair. That said, it requires mech bay 1, which we have, and repaired power conduits. So we haven't done repaired power conduits, which is up here. So there's going to be an order in which we need to do this in some cases because of dependencies. Plus we need to consider the cost versus the benefit until we're really starting to roll in the dough. So that said, I've kind of looked through some of these things. And rather than go through every single one, like, we can increase how many mech pilots we can have, we can give morale boosts, help with the, mech tech, or actually this is pretty cool, the training modules. You can actually get passive XP, so mech pilots who are sitting out. It's not much, nothing compared to what they get on a mission. But, when we start carrying some more people who are passively sitting out, we can get them some XP so that they can eventually get some extra skills. But what we're going to start with is looking through some of the things that we're interested in, particularly like, for example, the mech bay. We're going to start with the repaired power conduits. This isn't so bad. A lot of these other things cost hundreds of thousands of credits, which is why I'm being kind of conservative. They will take time and things like that. If they were medium laser plus, I'd buy them in a heartbeat, be fair. So I'm only going to be conservative when it comes to stuff that, I'm not sure I'm not going to use it. Maybe eventually. So this isn't bad. Minor increased costs. It's still going to take 10 days, so we're going to get this going. Great. So this is bought, but it says upgrade in progress. And I think well, we can't do this anyway, but if we tried to select another one, it would get angry at us. So I actually did this offline, so I'm just going to share it with you. I sent the Shadowhawk back in for refit. It's 8 days of refit. I think we can manage without it. So I'm going to just show you real quick. Actually, it doesn't show it real well. But what I did was I pulled off the medium laser, the SRMs, I moved the ammo, I pulled off the LRM-5, and so to put another 15 on there. So literally all this will have will be an LRM-15 and an LRM-15++ when it's done. It is literally 30 LRMs. So we will use that. That will be our first attempt at, quote, like an LRM boat or vehicle. And it will stay back and it will indirect or direct fire from range. Now, doesn't sound that great, 30 LRMs, but because one is the plus with the extra damage, that actually ends up, if they all hit, if we fired both, that ends up being 150 damage potential. So that's not bad. Actually, that's better than the quote alpha strike that it used to have. But we'll just see. And some people don't like the splash effect of LRMs, as in hitting so many different parts of a mech. But they also do stability damage. So we'll give it a test run when it gets done. Okay, mech warriors. I did actually spend, I think, maybe the XP on them, so we don't need to look at that. And we've spent enough time talking, I think. So let's get right into the contracts now. So it looks like we got a travel contract to Kimi, 18 days. It's a defend base in Badlands, very low skulls. But we have two that are here, and they're actually for our posse, the Arena restoration. So one is a battle. It is a 3 skull on Polar. A lot of money, good salvage. The little caption here talks about a well-regarded mercenary outfit. Apparently it's only a single well-armed lance. Yeah, whatever. Well-armed, does that mean it's heavies, mediums? It means they're in good repair? Will they get backup? I don't know. It flagged as 3 skulls. This one, Letter of Mark, apparently is a 2 skull on Tundra battle. Nice, so they're both battles. This one claims it's going to be some brigands, pirate battalion. Apparently it is experienced pilots and elderly mechs and vehicles, but there could be more than the restoration is letting on. So that means to me, it sounds like guaranteed 2 lances, maybe a backup, maybe a 3rd lance. And yet it's 2 skulls, because they're probably not as heavy or in good repair, but still probably decent. So for the warm-up, especially since we've spent time already exploring the ship, as it were, we're going to go ahead and do the 2 skull first. We'll very likely engage in both of these, depending on if we get wrecked or not, of course. But let's negotiate. We are still looking for spare mechs. I'm going to go with 2 of 8. We're going to go for some cash. Just because, well, I mean, 2 of 10, that's, you know, might as well pull some cash in. Okay, let's take a look. Are we happy with, we are taking the blackjack, obviously. Shadowhawk is back in the shop. I generally think we are fairly comfortable with who we're running with and which mechs. There has been some, I will admit, there has been some temptation by me to put EG. This is a little bit more alpha striker than the Vindicator. But I'm okay with that, actually. So let's go ahead and get on getting on. Our usual loading fun. So I'm really excited that we got the Argo. I think that the potential of being able to refit mechs, maybe get some more mechs ready if we can ever get some more mechs that we're interested in, and being able to heal mech pilots faster, all of these things are going to be, we're going to enjoy the fruits of our labor. I'm not, actually one of the things I forgot to go over, I'm not thrilled about the potential increase in difficulty, although we've been handling stuff pretty well. I'm not particularly thrilled about the increase in monthly costs. As you know, we've been increasing our monthly costs due to our pilots getting more expensive because they're getting more skilled. But the upgrades to the ship are going to cost us money. And apparently our loan got replaced by something having to do with the Argo instead. And it went up by 10K. 10K is really not that much, but just FYI. Okay, apparently enemies are detected in this area. What a shocker. What a shocker. Okay, so it looks like we're starting in the corner. Not unusual. If you remember, this should be fairly cold. It's a tundra, so it's not a huge one. None of these maps are huge. It claims they're right dead ahead, but we know better. They're everywhere. So I was just trying to follow this yellow border. It only goes up to there. So we have actually what seems to be a pretty damn small map. Got a lot of trees. High ground is not that high. I think what we'll do is we'll just go forward into these trees. Chances are we'll already, I suspect we're going to very quickly
What's up, boss?
sense something. Unfortunately, that's as far as we're going to get, huh? I'm going to sprint.
Got it.
Because I want to get into the woods. Although, honestly, bracing is probably more important, but this isn't too bad. You know what? Since we're not going to push it, we're going to do a brace here. Because, essentially, what I always do, just by nature. Wow, man. Well, you did start further up. But
I leap! I soar!
But what I always do is I move like people, and then thinking, oh, okay, they're there, the enemy's there, and then I move that next one just 1 or 2 spaces more, and boom, you know, that's the engagement. And if I hadn't done that, if I'd just been a little bit patient, kept them back behind, I would be able to move that much further on the next turn before the quote engagement kicked off. If that makes sense. It's just a habit of mine, pushing just that tad little bit more. It's like if the first guy doesn't do it, let's stay behind the first guy. That's kind of what I'm saying. So this guy's going to be the furthest guy back, so he'll probably do it.
Ready, set,
Bingo.
bandits.
Called it. Okay, 25 tonner. That is one light mech, right? Let's get in these woods. We're going to space a little bit. Give them
Roger that.
not a lot. They like to stick together. But we'll give them some, let's call it alternate targets. And
Here we go.
the potential to get on some flanks. And how far are you going to be able to get? Not too bad. Okay. We're deep in the woods. Headed to grandmother's house.
Get this done.
Okay. So again, I'm expecting to face at least 8 things. What do we got? A 25 ton there too? At least 8 things. Could be a mix of vehicles, mechs. Could even have a reinforcement lance. So I'm going to let this guy go. I have noticed they do tend to be a little bit more, I don't want to call them timid, but they do tend to be a little bit more, they don't just come right in at me and let me crush them. Now this guy though, he's going to be braced, which is the bummer, because he didn't get close enough to get us and fire at us.
Standing by.
And I hate firing at braced mechs just because
Orders.
they take half damage. But on the other hand,
Affirmative.
okay, here we go. Commando, looks like. He's got 3 evasive. Oh, damn it. That's why we usually get easy to go first. Crud. Well, what we're going to do is we'll get 1 evasive off here, I think, and then we'll have EG get the other 2, and then we'll let the big boys come in. Oh, and we flagged another. Wow, unknown. We don't even know that tonnage. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a look. Hi, large laser guy. So yeah, so he's wow, pretty wrecked. Pretty wrecked. So wrecked, but again, our chances are not hot. It's a pretty cold deal, so I'm not too worried about you know, blowing some extra heat, ammo, whatever, even with our low chance to hit. And yeah, we sure got a low chance. And yes, he's braced. As you saw, we did hit with a couple LRMs, and they do 2 each versus the 4. So that's his best armor. That's his best armor right now. Is simply the fact that We're going to keep EG slightly behind, and that's because EG is going to do the sensor lock.
Engaging jump jets.
Could you do us a favor? Thank you.
Sensor lock on target.
Appreciate that. Up.
Waiting for orders.
Yep, you get to be... As a matter of fact, we're going to put Decker... Oh, I don't know. Glitch might be able to get up there. What I want to do is I want to try and... He's going to end up firing anyway, so actually... Yeah, here's fine. I was thinking about bringing Glitch up to do a brace and be the central target. So first off, though, let's take a look. You know, could be better, but not too bad. We could do an aim shot, which is what we are going to do, even though he is not, you know, the hugest concern in the world. But hopefully,
Copy that.
hopefully, the sooner we can take him out. Unfortunately, we're hitting him in a lot of places, not just the center like we wanted to. That's okay. Okay, it's a 50-tonner. Are we gonna see? Yep, we are. Ooh, hunchback. Ooh, lots of lasers. Lots of lasers. Looks like we did pretty good there. He is a bit, by far a bigger threat at a 45-ton coming in from the side. Whoop, PPC, that hurt. That definitely hurt.
Light damage, Commander.
Okay. Now the problem is, at this point, with
Waiting on you,
Glitch,
Commander.
while we do have bigger threats, I think we're still probably going to fire at the commando. And we'll take a quick look here. Wow, we did not hit nearly where we wanted to, but that's okay. We're going to blind fire here. Rather than... And again,
Another hit like that and you're toast.
did not nearly do what we were hoping to do. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Another commando, large laser at work, I'm sure.
Nice try.
Do not taunt them. That is not nice. Okay. We got a lot of movers. I'm much more concerned by some of these other guys. Decker. Decker. I'm actually probably going to go ahead and have Decker just fire in place. And yes, we're going to, you know, that's pretty amazing that his chances are as low as they are.
Firing a full salvo.
Okay. One small threat
Eliminated.
removed. So it looks like, again, makes sense that the primary enemies, it's a 4 lance. But there could be, what do you call it? At least as far as I'm concerned, help me out. Reinforcements. EG. I'm going to actually have EG reserve. I want EG to be able to sensor lock whatever happens. So now we have EG and Behemoth. Now they're going to move, and it's going to be our 2 mediums. And they're going to get some nasty shots. But we need to let them go. You are not friendly. No, not friendly. Okay, the Vindicator is getting pulled back. Vindicator's still, we have never refitted it. It has got stock armor. I wouldn't be surprised if I get something blown off. Oh, Vindicator versus Vindicator. Okay, we got lucky there. Okay, well, now we have more optimal targets, if you will. I do not like the PPC, but I do not like all these medium lasers, especially on a cold planet. So the Hunchback is going to be our friend, or not our friend.
Receiving you.
Yep, I hear you.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, EG. Yeah, we're going to move you back. You're going to jump. You're going to go here. Is that the best? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to go here. That's number one. Number two, sensor lock, the Hunchback. Let's make him hittable. You see all that? That's like 9 medium lasers. And he can get himself pretty hot that way, but on a cold planet, he's just he's gonna be able to go to town. Okay. So first off, yep, quick draw. Yeah, unfortunately you're so hot, but we're gonna stay in place, which is gonna give you brace. That will make you the main target. You have decent armor though. And we do have a precision strike, which we will be using on the Hunchback. We're gonna, so you guys may be unaware, on this particular configuration of a Hunchback with the 9 lasers, they call them a Hunchback. You aim for the hunch. The hunch is the right torso. As you can see, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 medium lasers, plus the arm that is attached has another one. That's 7 medium lasers if you take this torso out, which, you know, makes them, I don't want to say it trivializes them, but it definitely removes a large part of the threat. Look in here, maybe we'll, this is going to be 4 times 8, 32. Okay. So, not as much stuff as we would like, but this is what we're going to fire. Okay. Unfortunately, we did not take the torso off. We did, you know, let's just say we did as much damage as we thought we could. I am going to move this guy back. It's unfortunate. I would love to leave him there, but we need to get him
Copy that.
to be less of a target. We'll see if they give chase. We damn came near close, but the unfortunate part is now we are just blind firing, and so chances of us hitting this, you know, just sort of random.
Firing.
Well, we hit his leg. Let's see whether they're gonna give chase after our injured. It sure looks like it, eh? Wow, that's a little. I like and I don't like that when it comes to the AI. I like that they're going, hey, this is just a vulnerable guy. But okay, so because these are obviously 2 that are more forward, so they're not going for the simple anymore. But I need Decker to see if he can. Well, EG can do it too. And a matter of fact, I think I'm just going to jump EG forward. And then, let's, not you, my friend. Got a lot of vulnerabilities now, and I have a lot of weapons.
All weapons committed.
Okay, he's going to be knocked down, which will give us an aim shot.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Now, you know, I've been whining for a while about not being able to, you know, get mechs I'm interested in. The Hunchback's a 50, right? I could.
Commander?
There's a reason why I'm not getting them, because I'm a coward. But oh my God, Oh, that blows. By him getting knocked down, I can't actually freaking aim at him without moving. That's a real bummer. Luckily, I can, you know, I can move up. Looks like I could just move over here. That'll work. So what I'm going to tell you is that...
Roger.
No, my name's not Roger. So if I really wanted to get a couple parts off this hunchback, I could aim for the other leg, right? It's an aim shot, but it's full. It's like 110. Looks like I can full alpha, you know, if I mostly hit, which my aim shot is not that great. You know, I might be able to manage that. On the other hand, if I don't, he's going to get up, and he still has almost all of his lasers. So we're going to get brutalized. So there's where my cowardliness comes in. Some might say, well, wisdom. Instead, I'm going to aim for his torso, which will, in all likelihood, make him much less. But chances are we're not going to get many parts because we'll hit lots of other things that we don't want to
Got
hit.
it.
So we actually destroyed
Reporting
both
critical hit.
torsos. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Heads up, Commander.
Yep.
You've got hostile contacts inbound.
We fully expected reinforcements, and they are here. That's okay. So it was some LRMs. They seemed like they were coming from over here. They've got us probably locked, or at least they can indirect fire because we're in range of these other
Waiting
guys.
for orders.
Yeah, you are finally going to sit tight, which is going to give you brace. I am sorry about all your injuries, and they do look like they're dispersed, but you also have quite a few sections that are very soon going to be going internal. With that in mind, what can I do here? Quick draw hasn't gone yet, but the quick draw is probably going to... This guy's actually, the commander is actually probably the bigger threat. Yeah. But I'm also tempted just to cold shot, finish this guy off. Again, I could go for the leg, but the likelihood of, I can't do enough damage. So I'm just going to center core. We're going to finish this guy off. No tomfoolery.
Enemy down.
We don't want him doing something weird, like hobbling towards us and trying to melee us or something silly.
I've been sensor locked.
I bet you have. I bet you have. Okay, here comes PPC boy. Better at least that he's... I don't like it when we get from the side because it does tend to all hit on that one arm. So that is something you have to keep in mind. Kind of have to, I want to
hear
say,
ya.
rotate your mech. In true tabletop, you could. In this, it's a little bit difficult. You kind of have to actually turn. And anyway, but try and keep your front presented, or at least the uninjured side. Heat is an issue here. However, I think we could just sit tight. This guy's... I may actually move, is what I may do. If I move like here, can I still present? I can present pretty well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to move. We're going to move and we're going to brace, I think. Main reason behind that is A, we're not being able to full alpha because of our heat. That commando is pissing me off.
Reporting. Major armor loss.
Yeah, that commando is pissing me off. He's firing at our most vulnerable mech. Okay. Now, while I know you're thinking this commando who's pissing us off and's right in front of us, time for him to die, we have 2 mechs that are going to be able to go before the Vindicator. The Vindicator has no evasive, definitely has more firepower,
Receiving you.
but Decker's really hot. E.g.
Yes, Commander.
Gosh darn it.
Orders?
Decker, I'm just curious, if you were going to fire on this commando, yeah, you'd have to turn off 1 medium laser. You'd be able to pretty well alpha. I'm finding that hard to turn down, folks. My friend DG, why don't you do some jumper reaching? Yeah, that's cool.
Engaging jump jets.
Shenanigans. Jumping, sensor lock, right there, thank you. Hi.
Receiving you.
Yes, I do see you right there in front of me. I do not see you in front of me anymore.
Tango down.
Bye-bye, Tango. Okay. That was AC 5, I think.
Minor damage,
Yeah.
Commander. Nothing to see here.
Okay. Now he's going to get to go, which is unfortunate. So we are going to let him go.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Okay, there's another 50-ton. Ooh. That looked like a large laser and some kind of AC.
Is that it? I'm barely scratched.
Do not taunt them, Glinch. Okay, well, here's a guy who's in our face. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull Behemoth
Not much armor left in that location.
way the hell back, because and I really hate to do that just from a firepower perspective, but
Ready for orders.
so he's got 1 evasive strike at this point, or evasive
What
pip.
can I do for you?
But I think I really wish we had enough morale to focus fire. With that in mind,
Good to go.
yeah, you're coming way the hell over here, because they all seem to be coming from that direction, which makes sense, by the way. They do tend to
Up high.
get dropped off somewhere from a dropship reinforcements, and then they'll all come at you. So they won't be coming at us from weird angles or different angles. So we're going to go ahead and full fire here. Hope for the best. Nice. That's fine. I mean, better if we took weapons out, but definitely was some internals. Saw some heat sinks go.
Good to go.
Did not get enough morale. That was kind of what I was hoping for. I don't really know. So as you can see, the center's pretty dang injured at this point, and we have enough heat to full alpha. Do not know whether we'd need 3 medium lasers or a bunch of SRMs to hit there, but you know, what else we got?
All weapons are go.
Okay, we
Yeah,
took
critical
out
hit.
a torso. But
Commander?
the other promising thing is EG will be able to go, and EG is fine for heat. So, well, we could move EG. Oh, so we did take out the PPC. That's nice. We're not going to waste the precision strike here. We're just going to, again, I think we're going to just full alpha this guy, and I think we're okay. There's almost never any reason, because EG does not have bulwark, to stay in place. Yeah. But we're going to stay in place, because we're idiots, apparently. G1, bam, full fire, please.
All weapons committed.
Hitting everywhere where we want, and that's why I guess I'm not supposed to stay in place.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Damn it. That is not what we wanted. Because we have not actually slowed him down. And the problem is now
Good to
Decker, who we love, I now almost have to move Decker. Nope, we don't want to do that. I really don't want to use the jump jets. Maybe I can just do this kind of a move. Yeah, that's okay.
Roger that.
So injured. Like one little hit will do what we need to do. We'll take one of these off. Yeah, but we still have to fire with a bunch of stuff because who knows where stuff will hit. So, and there we go. There we go. That's all we needed.
Okay, let's go. Hostile removed.
Now this may work on our favor in that the other stuff that was firing at us, I mean, it's close, but they're not that close. So they shouldn't really be able to fire at us without moving in now. Because they don't have someone close by sort of locking us up, which will give us a opportunity to cool down.
Yes, Commander. Roger. Venting heat and stabilizing.
Now he's moving along the ridge line.
They've got a lock on me.
That's unfortunate.
Reporting enemy contact.
Wow. Wow. That, no. Ow. So this is some pretty, and these, by the way, these guys are probably in decent repair. It's quite a bit of tonnage coming at us, honestly.
Waiting for orders.
And now I feel like there's definitely someone that fired at us, but you know what? I think we're just gonna brace in place. Get rid of that heat.
Got it.
Okay, so I am definitely assuming, I only see 3, but I'm assuming there are 4. Could be wrong. I've certainly been wrong before.
Standing by.
Decker, you're our primary target, generally speaking, but I'm actually going to have you brace. And, you know what? No, I'm going to have you move, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to back you up just a bit. Say here. Yeah, that's fine.
Move order received.
And I'll have you brace. Get rid of some of that nasty heat. EG, you're going to reserve. Come on in. Okay. Shadowhawk. Ooh. Ooh. Mommy. Mommy, mommy. Be gentle. Gentle. Okay, so EG and Behemoth, these two still feel like they're going to have to come a little bit down. So we're gonna reserve you guys.
Confirmed.
Come on, boys. You're staying in the tree line. I thought we saw you briefly. Ow. Ow. Stop it.
Damage minor.
I disagree. I completely disagree. Expecting you to say something about internals.
Took a heavy hit there.
There we go, right? Minor, now we're heavy hit. Okay. Unfortunately, we do not know what these two are. And I'm really feeling like maybe there is actually three.
Standing by.
Yep, I bet you are. So the issue here is the Shadowhawk has 3 evasives, which is a real bummer for us. But well, everybody's fired. So, EG. Sorry.
Waiting for orders.
I'm going to need you to sensor lock. There's just no ifs, ands, buts about it. So, I can move you forward. I'm going to actually do that. Give you a full 4 evasive, put you in woods. This will allow you to spot the other guy to boot, which is an enforcer. Okay. Gosh darn. Okay, so you are injured. Wow, that Shadowhawk is pretty tender. As is the enforcer. They're both threats in their own right, you know. Okay. I just don't know that we should be able to, it's going to be easier for us to get up on the Shadowhawk, even though we're going to have to, hold on, let me just take one more look. Yeah, you know, the 60%, they're not the worst thing in the world. Sticking with the original plan.
Ready for orders. Right, Commander.
Yeah, I know you're hurting, Glitch. I think we all are to some extent. Okay, we're gonna aim center torso.
Firing everything I've got.
I see leg hits, I see arm hits. Well, we definitely got your AC5 out. Left torso is destroyed, so that's, you know, something.
Standing by.
Now, my biggest problem with Behemoth is, well, I definitely want Behemoth to be in the action. I don't really want Behemoth to be in the action. I don't think Behemoth... Oh, actually, Behemoth could fire at folks from where Behemoth is standing. Oh, we can see the other one. It's a Griffin. Oh, wouldn't I like a Griffin? The other thing I can do, actually, is I can multi-target. No, yeah, I can. So let's do this. Let's multi-target, even though I don't think we're going to fire at all 3. And what we will do is the LRM is definitely going to go after Alpha. PPC might as well go after Bravo. Chance of us hitting, not really high, but...
Affirmative.
Ooh, that was all we needed to finish off. Oh wow, that was about as good as could be hoped for. Actually, that was a little RNG going in our favor. Okay, so they are going to move on the 3. The Enforcer, we could use this opportunity.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, we could definitely use this opportunity to get as close as we can. I would prefer to be in the woods, but as close as we can and engage the Enforcer. Hi. Yeah, we don't have the morale, unfortunately. Legs pretty, but who knows where we'll hit. We are lower down. Maybe we'll hit legs more. That's just me hoping, right? I'm just saying that because that's what I want. We'll go ahead and let loose and hope for the best. Our chances actually aren't as good as I would have hoped. The range probably is an issue. Still, definitely did some damage there. Probably made him unhappy. Hi, EG. I'm assuming your shots are not that hot. You know, could be worse. I'd like to increase your chance of hitting. And to that end, if I like jump over here.
Engaging jump jets.
So there are only 3 reinforcement mechs, FYI, because killing 1 got us 33. So again, this is a blind fire. We are firing from his frontal, so it could go anywhere.
All weapons committed.
Well, hopefully that was enough damage on the AC-10
Damage detected.
to disable it. If it was... Oh darn, he's moving first. Good, good, good. Didn't like that, but the first was good. Now Behemoth,
Yes, Commander.
do you still have shots from where you are? Only on the Griffin. Well then, if that's the case, I think I'm going to actually reserve with you. We'll use you as a...
Holding for tactical advantage.
Oh, interesting. Right in our ooh, ow. But Blackjack really hasn't taken much, so, but that was a heavy hit. In a single loke. Okay.
Commander.
So Glitch, my friend, he's got 1 evasive strike, so you will obviously be able to move forward.
Orders.
Yeah, I am thinking we want to... But what I'm trying to do is, we probably need to give him as much as we can. So I'm going to full jump him. I'm still worried about the Vindicator. And so, but I want to get rid of the 1 evasive strike so that Glitch can maybe come in and do Glitch's job. This is again a blind fire.
Locking on.
Okay, well, even better.
Show them what you got.
Even better, he's gone. Now, unfortunately, you have a heat issue. He's got 3 evasive strikes. So, to me, probably the best thing is going to be you bracing. I wish my answer was different, because I would love to, but I think we're going to have to do our usual here, which is...
Waiting for orders.
Yep, use EG, who will jump back. To sensor lock and get rid of some of those evasion bonuses.
Sensor lock on target.
Now you've been taking a lot of damage, but you are at least right there. So what would a precision strike get us? 85s. It's not bad. I guess the question, guys, is do we really want to try and leg this guy and get a couple parts, or do we just want to, you know, core him like we always try and do? It doesn't look like going for his torsos, which would of course be like going for pilot injuries. I don't know where his large laser is, probably one of his arms. Oh wow, his right arm has literally almost all his weapons. You know what? With that in mind, wow, well, we got a head hit in there, which could be in our favor, but we did not take the right torso out like I was hoping to. And part of the problem with, well, I was going to say part of the problem with Behemoth is not in a good place for a right torso shot, but Behemoth can fully relocate, so
Acknowledged.
that doesn't mean that I have enough morale, now that I think about it, to do a right torso, but at least I'm firing from the front. It's just going to be too easy to actually center core him too, and this is a blind fire, so it is what it is. Okay, we hit a leg. I think we hit everywhere but where we wanted to. Now I think he's going to get to move, which is... Whoa, where are you going? Oh, okay, that was just lucky for us. Hit a leg, which
Minimal damage.
hadn't really gotten hit before. Okay, this is our opportunity,
Good to
not
go.
really, but kind of, to try and be tactical. Or, this is the closest I'm going to get. I'm going to hop up.
Engaging jump jet.
Unfortunately, I just don't know, guys. Look, if I fully alpha him, there are just so many locations that I could hit where he could go down. I can't do a single target. I'm not going to just fire like one weapon in hopes that I take out one part. Oh, so tempting. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take a risk here, because I'll know I'll be able to go next turn. I'm going to fire 2 medium lasers. That's not enough to take out the center torso if they both hit. I'm going to fire 1 SRM-4. That means if all 3 hit the center, that'd probably be enough. Let's just see what we do with this.
Right, Commander.
So we
Critical hit.
got a side torso, which is pilot injury. We took out a leg, which knockdown should be another pilot injury. That was it. That was the pilot incapacitated. Yes! There's actually 3 Griffin parts. We only we only took 2 selected. Damn it!
Mission success.
I forgot about that. We couldn't have gotten 3 selected parts anyway. We looked at the salvage meter. It would not have, that was not an option for us in this mission. So we were successful. Nice 240k. Got some RNO. Well, we got Mercenary Review Board, and we got some RNO reputation. Great XP. 1600 XP across the board for people. Also, look at this. Took a lot of armor off that Vindicator. And, you know, actually in the quick draw bit, everybody else was pretty good. This was risky, but we took no internals. So that's a big thumbs up. That was close. C28. This is where we cry. Look, 3 1S parts. Oh, we already actually have 2 of 3. Sweet. So we'll get 1. That'll give us the Griffin. Now look here, guys. We already have 2 of the Hunchback parts. We also have 1 Enforcer part. So do we want to finish the Hunchback? We could also, you know, get another Griffin part, start working on another Griffin. 55 tons are nice, but why don't we just finish another Hunchback to boot? I'm sure we'll meet lots of everything out there. Let's do those 2. We did not get any other with our random. Bummer. Bummer. Still, look at that. We were complaining. We were saying that we weren't getting some extra. I don't know how good. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the 9 medium laser hunchback configuration. That's a lot of damage, but I'd have to. And luckily, we do know planet types, so I guess I could like configure it like that and be like, hey, it's cold planet. I'm bringing the hunchback. Um, something to consider. So another good thing is we managed again with no real damage.
Cleared for fighting. That mech you wanted is back online.
Okay. So we got a couple things. We got this guy. I think we're going to put the hunchback into storage for now. We don't have the extra mech bay yet, and we are going to remove the Panther, but I'm going to send the hunchback to storage, and then I'm going to send the Panther to storage. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That may have worked. Okay, it did work. I thought I was going to have to click twice. So by putting the Panther in storage, the Griffin automatically thought, okay, well, I'll go and get ready. So there's the Griffin. Let's take a look at this boy before we call this an episode and do our usual things. Wow, a lot of heat sinks on this puppy, huh? So taking a quick look at him, I'm going to go into refit specifically, just so we get a little bit better view for everybody who's watching. So, number one, like most stock, he certainly doesn't come fully armored, right? Not bad, pretty good in a lot of places. Carrying a lot of extra heat sinks. He does have 2 medium lasers and a large laser, but and an LRM-5. I find like that's a lot of extra heat sinks for the amount of lasers it has. So it probably manages heat no problem. It's got 5 jump jets, so it's very highly mobile. So look at that, 5 heat sinks, 6 heat sinks. That's nuts. So we'll definitely take a look at potentially reconfiguring this. It's basically 4 energy, 2 missile. So we could, for example, unfortunately they're all on the freaking arm. That's just scary. We could put 4 medium lasers, get rid of that large laser. We could put 4 medium lasers on here. We could put 2 SRM-6s probably. Yeah, they'd fit over here. And he'd be another brawler. Easy brawler. And shouldn't have any issue with that because we'd actually save tons with the large laser to the 2 mediums. The 2 SRM-6s would take more tonnage, but I think we'd be able to easily save with heat sinks and maybe removing a jump bit. Other potential brawler, which is good. We need some spares, if you will. So we'll consider that for next time. Let's get out of here. In addition, let's go do our usuals. Mech Warriors. Hi, Behemoth. Okay, flat 1600 XP. Yeah, you'll be saving that. You're working on the breach.
Waiting for orders.
4400. I am having Decker. I think I am having Decker work on, getting more called shot bonus by moving up the tactics tree. Just FYI. So it's very expensive. EG, you got there first. Okay, called shot mastery. So that spot right there. I don't know what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9th spot. Beautiful.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Now here's the real bummer. I use EG for sensor lock a fair amount versus the called shot. Sometimes I do use him for called shot. He's got enough weapons on the one. He's blackjack in this case. But I need someone to be able to sensor lock and then someone else to be able to do the called shot. Depending, not always.
Good to go.
3200. We're again working towards the breaching. The scan will be only sometimes used, but that's where we're headed. And Medusa was a sit out, so that's great. The other thing, we will go back to the store. I I'm not buying those. So I'm holding off. By the way, I actually didn't show you guys these. So there's some gyros, which are new to us. First time we really seen them. So apparently I think these are, I don't know, they may go in the support slot that you equip them. But basically they have melee effects. So this one's a +1 melee hit, takes 3 slots, no tonnage. And this one over here is +1 hit defense, 3 slots. Again, this one's way more expensive. It's interesting, but there you go. Contracts real quick so that you can mull them over. So now we had the original travel to Kimi, and it looks like we have an additional travel to Kimi. So one is a defend base and one is a capture base. They're both in, so at least we'll have a choice if we decide to go to Kimi after we get done with this planet. We still do have the other battle, the 3 Sculler. That will certainly be interesting, and that's very likely what we will do in the next episode. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed that. That was certainly enjoyable to me, or enjoyable to me. We got a couple new mechs. Argo is starting to get updated, and I just want to say thanks. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.